Mr. DJ Rose, Verkeezy, and C's. Welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap a seatbelt, go and sell the land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell out now. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.
No More Black Tears. We back in the building. Make sure y'all go like, subscribe, and tell a friend to subscribe. It all happened in the week.
This week in sports, we're going to start off the NBA. You know, as free agency is approaching, we had a couple things happen. We had Giannis get traded to the Miami Heat. LaMelo got traded to the T-Wolves. And Austin Reeves signed an extension to stay with the Lakers. What's your thoughts on these moves, Rose? And which move do you think is going to make the biggest difference in the league?
Probably the Giannis move. It's got to be Giannis because he's he's the best player out of all these players. Even though they ain't got no team down there in Miami, but they do got the best player ever to play the game though, in Bam. So you put top 10 player Giannis in there, and then you put with the boat, the best to ever do it.
Yeah, so
the best of all time. So that's why his first name Bam. You know what I'm saying? So you put those two together without a team, you gonna make a splash, but I don't think they coming out the East or nothing this year. Maybe next year once they can get a team together. I know Pat Riley gonna do something. He go pull some kind of strings to make something shake. So,
yeah, there was a rumor that the Heat are not done making moves. They are targeting other players. One of the players that someone speculated they're targeting is John Morant.
Okay.
Who the Grizzlies have been apparently, from what Shams and other people are saying, they've been aggressively trying to get off him, but nobody just want him.
Yeah. So that would be they could probably get him for some if they have any more draft picks because they sent a lot of draft picks to Milwaukee. So that's probably the biggest one and the most important one out of all. The most surprising one was to me is Melo. Because Shams, that morning before Melo got traded, it was breaking news. Charlotte is shopping Melo, and I'm like, okay. And then within an hour, he was traded.
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like that's the biggest move right there, man. Because the Giannis one, when that happened, I ain't never seen such a sorry trade in my life. I ain't never seen a player that's probably top 5 in the league, definitely top 10 in the league, get traded. And motherfuckers are saying, man, they might win a championship next year. I ain't never seen that in the league before. I've never seen that.
Yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong.
Team.
I've never even when Melo got traded to the Knicks back in the day, and they gave a half day roster, people thought the Knicks would get to these conference finals that season. Like I've never seen. We traded probably the best player in the league, and man, we might not even get to the East Conference Finals. That's such a sorry ass trade. There was no point in making that trade if you can't compete. But this LaMelo trade, this is what the T-Wolves needed. They needed more offense on their roster. They already got a great defensive. All they gave was Naz Reid. You still got Jaden McDaniels. You got Ayo. Dante going to come back next season, hopefully, eventually, at some point in time. You still got Ant, who's a top 5 player in the world. You got Rudy Gobert, who's in that conversation for Deepest Player of the Year every single year. And now you got LaMelo, who's an electric scorer. And he scores the ball so well. Me and my brother TTK was talking. People forget how good of a passer he is. Like, he's a tremendous passer. So now he's going to be able to get a lot of those players on the T-Wolves in better positions. And when the T-Wolves, whenever we see them do bad in the playoffs, we saw what happened with San Antonio this year. We saw what happened with OKC last year. It ain't their defense. We never say they lost because we always say the same thing. Ant got tired. Ant didn't have enough help offensively. You can't double team Ant now. Because LaMelo done dropped 50 in this league. Let's not forget, LaMelo done dropped 50 in this league before.
Yeah, it's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be a good fit, but it's gonna be exciting to watch.
Oh no, this gonna be a tremendous fit because Ant gonna let Melo play the point guard position.
That's,
like he gonna,
if Melo has his head on straight, because he still ain't got his head. He's been in the league 6 years, and he almost got his head on straight last year, and then they shipped him off. So obviously he ain't got his head on straight because he had a hit and run. He got a lot of stuff. He got to get himself. If he put all that stuff behind and play basketball, then it'll be nice. But
did we not watch the same season last year? The Hornets was good last season. Like we didn't. They went into last season.
He had the hit and run last year. That's what I'm saying. The mental. If he can get all that stuff,
he got all that off the court shit, but it didn't affect his game. He had a tremendous season last year. The Hornets did make the playoffs. Like they made the play in. They made the play in.
They made the play in.
But nobody at this table predicted that when we talked about the NBA last year. Nobody thought the Hornets would be in that conversation, being the play-in. But that ain't nothing. But we thought they would be like a terrible team.
They was a terrible team.
No, they wasn't like the Wizards. They wasn't like the Washington Generals. They wasn't bad like that. Like they was an exciting young team. That was an exciting young team. So now you take LaMelo talent, you put him with Ant. And one thing about Ant, I feel like you're not giving Ant enough credit.
We'll see.
We see. We'll see. Ant has gotten the best.
It's on wax.
I'm saying, correct me if I'm wrong. Ant got the best out of Julius Randle. We saw a better version of Julius Randle with Ant than we did in New York. Like in the playoffs.
He was about the same.
No.
He was about the same.
Did you see what he did to the Lakers in the postseason?
He was about the same.
No, he was not the same. We can pull up his numbers. Pull up his numbers in New York in the playoffs and pull up what he did in that Lakers series, with Ant. Then look at what Rudy. We've never seen Rudy play this well in the playoffs, and he was in Utah with Donovan Mitchell. Even Cat, we just saw the best version of him with Jalen Brunson in the finals.
Yes, definitely.
But, Cat started turning the corner when Ant got there.
He's always been good, though.
He's always been good, but we saw a better version, more serious version of Cat once Ant got there. We got
4 points, 5 points. That ain't gonna do it. We
need talking about 4-5 points.
Yeah.
Talking about his increase.
Yeah.
But still, that's a better. We saw a better defensive version of Julius Randle. Like in that Lakers series, Julius Randle dominated because he was just bigger than them. For most of his career, if you actually watch his games, when he got smaller people on, what he like to shoot. In that series, Ant was like, "Bro, we need you to go to the paint," and he went to the paint. All I'm just saying is, when you get a leader like Ant, a player that's that good and dominant, we got to take in consideration of, he gonna make Melo better. Like you don't really think
that's what we hoping.
You don't think, but you saying as if you doubt that Ant can make. I think I'm willing to put money today that the T-Wolves finish top 4 in the West. I'm willing to put money today. If you willing to put money on that today, I'm willing to put money today that the T-Wolves will be a top 4 team in the West, and by the All-Star break, we will be talking about them competing for a championship. Because the only 2 teams that I'm looking at the West that are better than the T-Wolves is the Spurs and OKC. Those are the only 2 teams.
And Denver.
No. This trade put them past Denver because the T-Wolves could have beat Denver last year. In fact, didn't the T-Wolves beat the Denver? Didn't they knock them bitch ass niggas out the playoffs? Yep. Without LaMelo, they knocked them bitch ass niggas out. And that's think Denver better? Yeah. This nigga just said they knocked them bitch ass niggas out the playoffs.
Yeah.
Wasn't Jokic riding some horses because Ant knocked that bitch ass nigga out the playoffs? Now you giving him LaMelo? Come on, man.
We'll see.
That's the 3rd best team in the West. Ain't no we see, nigga. See. That's the 3rd best team in the West. You keep saying we see, but you ain't putting no money on it, though.
We'll see.
You ain't putting no money on it. Juice Man, he putting money on it. He ain't putting no money on it.
Ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
I'm telling you how confident I am. I'm confident they're going to be the 3rd best team in the West. I'm telling you that right now. Boom. Today.
So, on paper right now, because there's a lot of shit still going on. We have to see. But right now, I see that.
Hey, man, talking about being the best, man, some people can argue Kyle Pitts was the 2nd best tight end in the league last year. He just signed a $54 million extension with $36 million guaranteed. What's your thoughts on that?
He's still with Atlanta?
Yeah, he's still with Atlanta.
Well, that's awesome.
You tell me, what's your thoughts on it? You say they wasn't going to pay him.
Man, they fucked up, bro. They shouldn't have paid that nigga that, man. That was a mistake, bro. Like they did the right thing by paying Drake London, but paying Kyle Pitts that money, man, that was a mistake. When we got to pay Bijan next year, man, and we still got to figure out what we're gonna do at the corporate position, man. Like, I know some people online will look at the numbers that Kyle Pitts had last season, but just the consistency in which he put those numbers up ain't great. Like he disappears too much in big games and the games we need him to play. He drops passes and he just doesn't really do what we need him to do consistently. Like the talent's there, but as far as like him being paid, like he's right now, he's the third highest paid tight end in the league. I probably wouldn't even rank him top 5 at his position right now. So you paying him as a top 3 tight end, I think that's a mistake.
Yeah, I was surprised because they had him on the franchise side, so they didn't have to pay him this year. They could have waited if they and made him prove it. This is going to be his prove it year, and I don't know what's the logic, if it was to relieve us some cap or something, but everybody's willing and dealing is pretty much done now. So it's like they could have waited.
They
could have made him prove it.
They was probably trying to get him cheaper, man, thinking, what if he would have did what he did last year, this year, then the market for him would have been risen up, which I would have been cool with. Like, fuck it.
And then put him on franchise again, made him prove it again. Because he wasn't go sit out. So it's like, they should have let him prove it, but if it helps the team, I'll be happy. I know with Tua being the quarterback now, Tua's going to get him the ball because he likes to throw the ball fast.
We just giving the job to Tua.
Yeah.
We just giving the job to Tua.
I gave the job to Tua when he signed for that veteran minimum. I gave the job to Tua.
I'm going to let you know, if it's close, they're going to pick Penix. If it's close. So Tua better win that job convincingly. Because if it's close,
he's a convincingly better quarterback, though.
That's what I'm saying. Because if it's close, you not finna bench a nigga you took 7th overall. Why not, bro? Hey man, it's politics in this shit.
Oh yeah, he did that right.
It's politics in this shit, man. You can't waste the number 7 overall pick in the NFL, bro. That's just too valuable.
They do it all the time.
Nah, bro. You can't just deliberately waste it though. That would be a mistake if they just wasted that pick right there.
Like if Tua's healthy, he's gonna be a better quarterback.
I agree he's gonna be a better quarterback, but he better win that job convincingly if he want to start all season. Moving on to somebody who is convincingly, one of the best corners in the league. So Terrion Arnold, he got caught up in that mess with all the NBA and NFL players last year, where they was all being robbed or burglarized. That's the real term, being burglarized. Their homes were being burglarized, and so apparently, back in February, there was a report that came out that he found the motherfuckers who basically burglarized his home, kidnapped them, took his shit back. Now, earlier this week, he got arrested on federal charges, for kidnapping, assault, robbery, and all of that. But then there's another report saying that apparently the people that he caught wasn't even the people that actually burglarized him earlier. He made a mistake. I'm gonna keep it real. When the report first came out, I was like, man, this is some bullshit. How you get locked up for doing what you supposed to do? Some niggas rob you, you find them and ride them back, and now I'm going to jail. But if it is true that he found the wrong niggas, if you gonna shoot like that, bro, you got to get the right motherfuckers, man. You got to get the right. You can't make no mistake. If you willing to, and what that nigga Pushati said, hey man, fuck this rapping shit. I'm ready to suit up. If you gonna put that mask on, then you got to make sure we get the right niggas. But if you ain't gonna get the right niggas, then you supposed to just let your homies take care of that and then figure that shit out, man. So it's tragic though for the Lions, man, because the Lions defense is already kind of mid, and he's one of the bright spots on their defense along with Hutchinson.
Yeah, that was just crazy because it wasn't even his house. It's an Airbnb that it was like a rental property, Airbnb. So it's like, how much stuff, you ain't supposed to put no really expensive stuff in the Airbnb.
Probably jewelry, to be honest, jewelry that he don't have insured.
But it's not supposed to be in the Airbnb.
It's not supposed to be, but he probably had it in there.
No, and I'm not saying it was his Airbnb. He's renting it out to people.
Oh. Yeah, man. I mean, he probably. I can see him potentially doing what some Airbnbs do, where there's a room that you're not supposed to go in, and he leaves his shit in that room.
Or
I could
like,
potentially see that.
yeah, or it was like it had the safe, it took the safe.
Yeah, maybe there's a safe and he didn't expect no one to fuck with the safe. I could potentially see that. If that's what happened, if it was an Airbnb he was renting out and someone just robbed his shit.
Because they robbed it more than one time. Because they robbed it once, got away, robbed it, came back, robbed it again, got away.
You know what? Maybe they robbing like maybe it's furniture and stuff, furniture, TV.
Yeah,
Could have been that too.
It was stuff like that, but that's what I'm saying. But it should have been stuff that should have been insured or some kind of or some cheaper things, not the most nicest things, because the house wasn't the most nicest house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The picture of it, you know what I'm saying, on the outside. I didn't see the picture inside.
Then they said it was like $25,000 worth of shit that was stolen.
Yeah, between both of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. That nigga said, "Fuck this football shit, man. I'm ready to suit up."
Crash out.
Hey man, talking about crashing out, man. So Geno Smith was on Bill Nye the Science Guy's internet, caught on footage, arguing with a female. I can't remember if it was his girlfriend or just a woman that he was kicking it with, but they was arguing. She was saying that Geno Smith put his hands on me, and he said he was calling the police trying to get her off his property. And he basically, in the video, it don't show him chasing her to the car, but she started running from her POV, and we see Geno basically at the car, basically like showing her off the property. You know, there was a lot of thoughts on it. You know, yeah, man, if you just an athlete, man, but not even an athlete, if you just in a prominent person in a position, man, you just gotta be careful with the hoes you have around you, man. You just gotta be very careful with the hoes you have around you. You cannot put yourself in a position to lose what you fought for because these hoes out here want to throw crazy claims on you, man. So you just gotta be very careful, man. Geno's been in the league long enough. This ain't no first or second year player where he don't know better. He's been in the league long enough. He plays one of the most, not one of the most. He plays the most prestigious position in all of sports, which is quarterback for an NFL franchise. He was drafted as a franchise quarterback. So he should have had plenty of people sit down with him, from ownership to general managers to even other quarterbacks, saying how important it is that he carries himself. And I will say this, outside of that time he got his ass knocked out, we haven't really seen Geno in the news for bullshit. So this is not his character to be in the news for this type of shit. So I'm willing to give him a BOD and be like, this woman was just a woman trying to start trouble. But even with that, you got to be careful with the people you allow around you.
Yeah, this hoe was tripping. And he was tripping. Well, he wasn't tripping, but she was tripping. And he should have left that hoe alone a long time ago, because she ain't it. You know what I'm saying? But I think he learned his lesson, because he didn't get arrested or anything. But just the fact that she's all on the camera she was just doing the most, trying to make a scene on the camera. Like, if he's really hurting you and trying to hurt you, what's your camera gonna do to help you, other than try to get some money out of him?
Yeah.
And that's all she was trying to do, get some money out of him. And she probably gonna succeed to get some money out of him, but hopefully he played for the Jets, so it's like it ain't much. It ain't much. He can't go down too much further.
Yeah, man, ain't too many stops below the Jets, man. Speaking of the Jets, man, we've been breaking down each division in the NFL, so now we're on to the AFC East, which is the Jets, the New England Patriots, the Miami Dolphins, and the Buffalo Bills. So what's some moves that each team have made in the offseason, or lack of moves that caught your attention, Roseanne?
We knew since April that AJ Brown was going to the Patriots. That finally happened. We talked about that already. That's a good move for Drake May. Bills still don't have a prototypical number one wide receiver, but they did get DJ Moore. And they got somebody else, but I can't remember who it was, but they got maybe a draft pick or something. I don't know. But not too much of a bigger splash. The Dolphins don't have Tua. They did pick up Malik Willis. Is Malik Willis going to be able to continue to rise and go in the right direction and play for Dolphins? They don't have it in it. But the thing about it is they pretty much wrecked the squad. You know what I'm saying? They depleted it. And when they sent Widow away, they pretty much Tyreek Hill's not on the team, so it's like he ain't got nobody to throw to. They paid. They still got Etienne, the running back, so that's gonna be good. But still got to throw the ball to somebody. And then the Jets. I don't know who they have other than Geno. You know what I'm saying? I know they did sign some rookies, but man, I don't know, man.
Yeah, man, this is a pretty bad division. When in terms of the top is good, but the bottom is really really bad. Like we got the two top teams, the Patriots and the Bills, battling to go to the Super Bowl, and the two bottom teams, the Dolphins and the Jets, are battling for the number one pick. It seems like that's what the Jets did signing Geno. They was like, hey, wasn't you with the Raiders last year and they had the number one pick? Yeah, we need that kind of luck next year. So go on, come over here to the Jets, and we trying to get the number one pick too, or at least the number two pick, because there's some niggas in college that we trying to recruit. So like that's probably the biggest splash they made was get Geno, but that didn't really make them better because Geno plays so assy in goddamn Vegas that he's probably gonna be assy in motherfucking with the Jets. Now maybe that might make Garrett Wilson happy.
With the Jets is
Nah, it ain't his first time. They drafted him, so it's a homecoming for him.
exactly.
But maybe he'll make Garrett Wilson happy because he is one of the better players on that team, and that's when we can get him the ball. Because Geno is a respectable NFL quarterback. With the Dolphins, we thought them picking the Malik Willis, we thought that was going to be a huge fucking move with all the talent that was on that team originally. We thought, we're going to get a chance to see if Malik Willis can be a franchise quarterback. They just gutted that fucking team, bro. The only person they kept was Devin Achane, the running back, and he's so injury prone, man. He had a great season last year, so I guess they trying to battle for the number one pick too, which I'm not even mad at them. But then why sign Malik Willis to all that money and give him the team if you try and get a quarterback? You would have been better off just saying, fuck it, let's just get a sorry ass nigga, or they could have started
Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, Quinn Ewers. They could have just started Quinn Ewers all season. They said, hey, white boy, get out there and take these licks. And that would have been good on his resume because at least he could have said to his homeboys he started for a full season in the NFL before he started selling cars up the street. But goddamn, bro, that shit just kind of crazy that they gave Malik Willis all that money and didn't even give him a team to play with. With the Patriots, yeah, man, the A.J. Brown move was a key move, man. I'm more interested to see what they do in that backfield because Trayvon Henderson looked like he could be an explosive, talented running back, but they keep wanting to give the ball to Ramon Stevenson. I know Henderson was a rookie last year, so it'll be interesting to see like what happens in that backfield going into this season. Who solidifies that starting job? Because I feel like if Henderson gets that job, the Patriots could take another level than they took last season. And outside of the DJ Moore move, the move I'm most interested for in the whole division is with the Buffalo Bills, the quarterback. I mean, the coaching decision. Because Sean McDermott was a good defensive mind. And he always made that defense somewhat respectable in the regular season, even though the defense, always gave up points in the postseason. But he always made the defense very respectable. I think Sean McDermott is a good NFL coach. And it'll be interesting to see what the new guy does. Because he's never been a head coach before. He's never been in this position. He's not a defensive mind. He's an offensive-minded guy. And I don't feel like the offense was the issue with the Bills because you got one of the better quarterbacks in the league in Josh Allen. But it seemed like the Bills really wanted to keep the OC to keep Josh happy because they didn't want too much change in Buffalo. So I think that might have been a mistake because they could have possibly got, I ain't gonna lie, Mike Tomlin. So we'll see what happens with the Bills in terms of that coaching move. Right now, man, who do you think is the favorite? We can leave the other two teams out of this. Only two teams that we can really talk about.
I think the Patriots still got something to prove. I think Drake May, he got some weapons. Henderson, second year. I believe he's probably going to be the starter, and Trayvon's probably going to be the backup. Their defense is better than the Bills. And with them, it's not Super Bowl or bust.
Yeah.
So it's less pressure, and they still got the same coach. So I'm gonna give the edge to the Patriots. Coach. Yeah, I'm gonna get an edge to the Patriots.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I keep seeing people on sports TV be down on the Patriots. because of their schedule last year. But I just feel like Patriots got a top 5 defense. Drake May, look what he did his second season in the league. Now you give him a A.J. Brown, the best offensive weapon he's had. I just feel like I'm really looking forward to see what the Patriots do this year. And with the Bills, you added DJ Moore. And DJ Moore ain't been good since Justin Fields' last season in Chicago. That's the last time we saw a good DJ Moore. Now think about that, y'all. Think about how long it's been since Justin Fields has been in Chicago. That's the last time we seen DJ Moore do anything respectable on the football field. And this is the nigga they signed to be their number 1 receiver going into next year that's supposed to change that offense around. And this ain't even a bigger guy, Rose. This is a guy who's 5'9", 5'8", maybe if we're lucky, right at 6 feet tall, but he's not even a bigger guy. He's the same height as all them other niggas they got in Buffalo, to be honest. Sticking with the favorites, just like last week, I got my over and unders. Josh Allen passing yards, 34.99.5.
Over.
24.5 touchdowns.
Total.
Passing.
Over.
Drake May, 37.99.5 passing yards.
37.
So 38.
38. Under.
25.5 passing touchdowns.
Under.
DJ Moore, 5.5 receiving touchdowns.
Under.
What? Damn, that nigga can't get 6 TDs.
That's a lot, though.
Hey, 799.5 receiving yards.
Over.
Garrett Wilson, 4.5 receiving TDs.
Over.
999.5. Can you get 1,000 yards?
Yeah, over.
AJ Brown, 6.5 TDs.
Over.
1,099.5 receiving yards.
I'm just gonna say over. He got to.
Yeah. Breece Hall, 5.5 rushing touchdowns.
Over.
924.5 rushing yards.
Over.
And we got to do somebody from the Dolphins. So Devin Achane, 5.5 rushing touchdowns.
He's gonna have 10. He's
900
the only person on the team.
974.5 rushing yards.
He got you. He's the only person on the team.
Hey, so team wins. We're gonna start with the worst to the best. Dolphins 4.5.
Oh, under.
Boy, that says something when you say the team can't get no 5 wins now. The Jets 5.5.
Under.
Patriots 9.5.
Over.
Bills 10.5.
Over, because they both go sweep.
I was just about to say
they both go sweep.
This probably the
Jets.
first time the top 2 teams probably gonna hit the over because the bottom 2 teams might not get 3 wins. Like they gonna beat up on them pussy ass niggas.
Yeah, that's 2 wins off top. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna close the segment off with the same question I asked before. What's the breakout player that you expect from the AFC East? And what's the player that if they don't play to their capability, that team will fall short of what their goals is?
AJ Brown, if he don't play to the AJ Brown of 2 years ago, the Patriots aren't gonna be who we thought they are. And then the breakout person on this, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say Henderson. Yeah, I hate to go to the same team, but I wanted to say Malik Willis, but I set him up to fail.
I want to say Malik Willis too because I want to root for him and Malik Willis. If you hear this, man, we rooting for you on the No More Black Tears podcast. We don't want to see no black quarterback fail the way that they said that you will fail. But I agree. Trayvon Henderson is probably going to be the breakout player because I think he got a monster year. And I'm going to be honest, man, if this player don't perform the way that they need him to, they probably just won't be that good next year in terms of offensively, DJ Moore. Because they putting a lot of faith in him, bro. A lot of faith for him to be a number 1 receiver. And if he's just another guy, like if he's no better than Khalil Shakur, man, that offense is going to be in the same position they was last year, man. Mm-hmm. Final thoughts?
No, I had some, but it lost my mind, so now I ain't got nothing, man.
Hey, man, Brandon Shoresby was basically found guilty of sports gambling, at Cincinnati and Indiana. He bet on games at Indiana while he played at Indiana, even though he didn't play in those games. Apparently, that's what he says. He lost over, I want to say it was $90,000 in sports gambling while he was in college. He tried to go to the supplemental draft to avoid his punishment because he's apparently going to be suspended for the whole year for college football. The NFL declined his invitation. And y'all just got it, man. You professional athletes. Me and Roseanne said this, and I know I harped on this. I'm more worried for these college athletes when it comes to sports gambling than the pros, because these pros are making hundreds of millions of dollars, and these college athletes are just making thousands of dollars, and it's only a handful of them really making millions of dollars. And it's just so easy for y'all to get caught up in this sports gambling. I'm not saying Brandon Swordsby was going to be a can't-miss prospect in NFL, but he was someone that should have been drafted next year. Like, whether it's the 5th or 6th, 7th round, should have got drafted, and there's a strong possibility he's going to miss this whole season. And even if he enters the draft next year, Rose, probably will be an undrafted free agent because of what he did right here, man. So be mindful of the choices you're making, man, and how it can affect your future, man. Shout out to the mama.
Gotta.
Mr. DJ Rose, Vert Keezy, and C's, welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap your seatbelt, go and settle land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell our land. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.